Lion's Den Survival Principle, Part 9. Obedience over Consequences. Daniel 3:16-18. O Nebuchadnezzar, we do not need to defend ourselves before you in this matter. If we are thrown into the blazing furnace, the God we serve is able to save us from it, and he will rescue us from your hand, O king. But even if he does not, we want you to know, O king, that we will not serve your gods or worship the image of gold you have set up. Quote, it's your show, and you can do what you want with it, but we do not do 5-minute rape scenes, unquote. With this line, the Christian writer-producer made a moral principle clear to one of the most powerful men in Hollywood. He knew full well the statement could cost him his working relationship with the mogul and separate him from the network's television series on which they were collaborating. This and other moral issues eventually did result in the separation of ways, but you can be sure of one thing. The word got around that there was someone in Hollywood who answered to a higher authority. Spiritual authority is something that most media brokers do not understand. They understand positional authority, financial power, and intimidation, but not spiritual authority. To survive as a Christian in the often hostile environment of media, one must possess it. Spiritual authority is the power a believer derives from being identified as completely with Christ, that his power neutralizes all threats, fears, and forces. That the 3 valiant Jewish men in Daniel 3 possessed spiritual power is clear from their response to the life-threatening situation they faced. The first proof is that they felt no need to argue or defend themselves. Survival principle. Those with spiritual authority in their lives never have to argue or defend themselves. We do not need to defend ourselves before you in this matter, was their statement of divine confidence. In his powerful book, Spiritual Authority, Watchman Nee says, God doesn't argue, and the one who possesses his power doesn't either. Only those insecure in their power or position get defensive or argumentative. The second proof that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were tapped into God's power was that they were totally unshakable. Survival principle. Those whose lives are built on the foundation of their faith in an all-powerful God are unshakable. The Christian who trembles in fear of man's consequences and violates God's law to accommodate human threats doesn't understand God's power or his consequences. The God we serve is able to save us, and he will rescue us from your hand. That was one way the Israelite men expressed their confidence in the power they possessed in God's care. I'm convinced that the only ones able to deal successfully with the insecurities, pressures, threats, intimidations, and occult principalities at work in media are believers who are secure in God's defense of them. The 3 Hebrew slaves then made a stunning declaration, which indicated they had not lost touch with the unpleasant reality. They boldly declared, but even if he does not save us, we want you to know, O king, that we will not serve your gods or worship the image of gold you have set up. In saying this, the 3 acknowledged they did not possess the full knowledge of God's plan for their lives, and that sometimes things don't turn out well for God's followers, but they could see beyond present circumstances to distant benefits. Survival principle. Count on the long-term rewards of obedience, even if the short-term situation goes against you. The writer-producer above had 3 other professional opportunities in hand within 1 hour after being let go for not supporting the values of the executive producer of the show.